Welcome to Goosey Games. I didn't actually plan on doing a live stream today, but I felt like making pie, and I thought, why not invite all of you to watch with me. We have pears. Today, I'm going to make a pear pie. So, the story behind this pie is that a couple of years for Christmas, I gave one of my cousins a coupon for Christmas, which are normally lame, but, okay, I don't need to open this yet, but it's a coupon good for one homemade cake or pie. Now, this was like 3 Christmases ago, okay? And then he didn't use it right away. I left my paper towels way over here. Oh, good, the headset let me reach. He didn't use the coupon right away, and what happened, he went on a 2-year mission for our church, and so then he comes home in the fall, and he says, hey, I still have that coupon. And I was like, what? So apparently he still actually has the coupon and has now redeemed it, so I'm going to make him a pie. And I'm going to make a pear pie. I have all these lovely pears that I'm going to put into this bowl here. These are Danjou pears, D''Anjou. Pretty sure that's French, which, if you watched my last live stream, you know I can't pronounce it. So we're gonna slice these up. You know, maybe I'll use my big knife also. I like my big knife. These, by the way, these are my favorite knives because they come in these individual cases, and the cases have a sharpener built in, and they lock closed so that the knife can't fall out, and so they stay sharp for a really long time. They're fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll just cut them in thirds, like so. Is this bowl hiding all the action? It is. Sorry. And then we'll use the little knife to core and peel them. Reason why I was late is if I mess up, I don't want to take time to go back and have to make the crust all over again. And also, some crust recipes require that you chill the crust in the fridge for a few hours or even overnight, and so that takes time as well. I'm Eliza Doolittle. When I make them myself, I like to use some wheat flour in it, which is maybe a little bit unusual. It comes out browner, but it also adds a nice crumbliness to it and kind of a hardiness. We're gonna slice up these pears, so we have about 6 cups of pears. So that'll be enough to fill our pie. If that seems like a lot, and it might seem like a lot, you have to remember when you make a pie, the fruit cooks down a little bit. So you do kind of want to pile it up a little, get it nice and high. So I'm going careful because that part was kind of tough, and I didn't want it to slip through and suddenly slice off a finger. That would make for interesting TV. Besides, it's so easy to whip your own cream that, you know, that's what I do. I buy heavy whipping cream, and I just whip it until it turns into fluffy deliciousness. See, because you said not pie, and so my brain thought, well, instead of pie, what's the, well, not the opposite of pie, but pie or cake, right? And so then my brain started going, Because you know it's all about that cake. About that cake. Now, I'm new to Dungeons & Dragons. New-ish, very inexperienced. So if I say things weird, you know, any of my viewers, you're just going to have to forgive me. Because, I don't know. I keep having to be reminded to, you know, that, like... Look at all these pears so far. Mmm. Taste them. They're probably a little underripe, so they're still tart, but let's see. Mmm. Not bad. They're, kind of mild tasting. Like pear, but also has kind of like a honey aftertaste to it, which I kind of like. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome-raths outgrabe. When you learned that poem, you used to hear it in your head with a very sinister tone. Well, it's not a lighthearted poem. I mean, we say it lighthearted. Sorry, the poem we're talking about is Jabberwocky, from Alice in Wonderland. I recited it last week while I was making wonton burgers because I ran out of stuff to talk about. And it's full of a lot of silly words, but I mean, it's about this boy who goes out to slay a terrifying beast in the forest. And, I mean, to hear it in a sinister voice is not that big of a stretch, I don't think. You could even, you know, I usually recite it, 'twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. But if you put it with a sinister voice, let's say, 'twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome-raths outgrabe. How was that? Was that sinister enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do one more pear. That should be enough. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Are all of my streams going to be Lewis Carroll themed? The things that come to mind when you're looking for something to say. Anything. This is not a parody. Ha 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 ha. Oh, my friends are so punny. Okay, this looks like enough pears to fill this pie. Yeah, pretty good. So, we are going to now make the pie filling with all of this. So, I've got this recipe. This recipe is in the Betty Crocker picture cookbook. It's, I mean, you guys will laugh in here because, you know, like it's very early 1950s in style. You know, the way they write stuff, but the recipes are still fantastic. And if you're interested in learning just basic homemade cooking stuff, they have lots of great tips in here and definitions and things like how to caramelize sugar, you know, which if you just follow recipe, it won't necessarily tell you how to do that, and things like that. Piles of pieces of pears for a pie. Very nice. Okay, anyway, so in this book, we're doing the early American pear pie on page 308. So we're going to mix together 3/4 of a cup of sugar. My sugar's all lumpy, so I gotta shake it. Now the nice thing about pie is it's not like a cake where, you know, things are very, if you have a little more, a little less sugar for your pie, it's not going to hurt anything. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just going to shake that right in there. I like lots of spice in my pie, so we're going to put lots of cinnamon. I also like a lot of spice, so I'm going to add some nutmeg as well, maybe 1/4 teaspoon, and some lovely ginger. Put that right in there. Go. Lots of ginger. And then 2 tablespoons of flour, and which I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to put that in there. That's about right. But if you're new to pie make, measure by all means. If you cook a lot, you start to get a feel for how much is a tablespoon, how much is a teaspoon, and you can fudge stuff the way I do. I'm going to stir it with my knife because my headset is attached and I can't reach my silverware drawer. Cut up the sugar lumps. Then we're going to get our wooden spoon, which I can reach. And we're going to stir this all into the pear slices. Now you may be thinking to yourself, hey, I've eaten pie, I've eaten fruit pie, and it's gooey. Where's the goo? All you have is dry slices of fruit and a lot more dry stuff added. Well, I'll tell you, the magic happens. You stir this all up, and the sugar and the flour will draw the juices out of the slices of fruit, and so the fruit will basically make its own sauce while it's sitting here in the bowl. We just got to mix it up good so all the slices are covered. Let's see. Carton of sugar. Yeah, this is my favorite sugar. It's C&H makes baker's sugar, and it's ultra fine, so it dissolves really easily and stuff. I like it a lot, and it comes in a carton like that, and so it's really easy to pour. So if you're a baker, that's a product I recommend. So you can see already how it's starting to get sticky. The juices of the pears are coming out and mixing with our sugar mixture. Oh, and it smells really good. I think I'm going to add some more spices though. I just feel like it's, whoa, okay, it's going to be very cinnamony. Yeep. Novice bakers, don't do what I just did. If you are new to a technique or a recipe, a food that you've never tried before, please, please, please follow the recipe to the letter first until you learn the basics of what you're doing. Now you can see already, do you see how it is not dry anymore? So we are just going to set this aside while we work on the crust, and this will just be all juicy and it will be pie filling, ready to go in just a few minutes. Oh my gosh, okay. Also, novice bakers, don't forget to preheat your ovens. I forgot to turn my oven on. Pillsbury pie crust. Just unroll, fill, and bake. It's so easy. This is not a paid product placement. I just really like Pillsbury pie crusts. Maybe if I get famous, I'll start charging them. Just kidding. We're just gonna gently ease this out of the bag. There we go. Unroll it carefully. We do not want holes in our pie. At least not on the bottom crust. I don't know, now I'm all curious. What is pectin? Somebody look it up for me, and we'll have an educational moment here on Goosey Games. We're going to put that right in the pie plate. Fold it over the edges. That is ready for pie filling. Which already, look how juicy that is. Look how juicy. We're just going to pour that right in there. Now, if you want, you can arrange the slices so that they lay all pretty down in the pie. But you know what? Who cares? It's going to taste great. There's a seed. We don't want that bit in there. Gross. Produced commercially as a white to light brown powder, mainly extracted from citrus fruits, it is used in food as a gelling agent, particularly in jams and jellies. That's pectin. And so now we know what it is. It's derived from citrus fruits. Well, how did people make jam before? Well, I guess citrus fruits has been around, but like, how long has pectin been a thing? Now I'm all curious. I'm always curious about how people did cooking before modern techniques, before modern resources. Before oh, I've made a hole. Go back up. People used to have to make their own mayonnaise, and now that's a thing that we can just buy in stores, right? But there used to be a time if you wanted mayonnaise, you would make your own mayonnaise. I have an idea for someday writing a cookbook about stuff like that. Like, who was the first cook to make mayonnaise? What was the purpose for it? That kind of thing, and maybe do it regionally, so like French cuisine. Who was the first one who looked at a snail and thought, that's gourmet food? Stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make, I can just lay this crust on top and cut some slits, but I'm going to make this a pretty pie. So I'm going to put down a little flour onto my counter so that the crust doesn't stick to the counter, and I'm going to show you how I make a pretty crust. I figure it's February, and it's my cousin, but I'm going to make him a Valentine's pie. We're going to make it pretty. And, if he has a girl, he can share it or something. Oh, no, it's tearing. This one seems like it's a lot flimsier than the other one. Did I get a dud crust? Gee whiz. Be a good crust. I got a dud crust, guys. Thanks for making me look bad, Pillsbury. Just kidding. Okay, so let me get out my adorable little cookie cutters. Ceci says, I'd like to know who first saw an egg come out of a chicken and said, I think I'll eat that. And Revan says, eating snails probably started as a last-ditch attempt to stay alive. If I had to guess, only way to justify that. Yeah, I think you're probably right about the snail. But then who decided to make it a gourmet food? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a story behind that? Or is the whole story, meh, they're French? Just kidding. I love the French. You guys are wonderful. So, heart-shaped cookie cutter. And we're just going to, first we're going to kind of mark the center of the pie, like so. X marks the spot. And then we're going to cut out some little heart-shaped pieces. Try to make them even. A little bit farther down. Come out. We're going to use these, that's why I'm being careful taking them out. And one more. There, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that just the cutest? Oh, I got my headset cord in the pie. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to carefully. Ooh, I almost forgot us. This is the step I always miss when I'm making pies. So I didn't miss it this time. I almost did. The next step in the recipe is to dot with butter. Now, if you don't know how to dot something with butter, I'm going to show you how. What that means is we just take little bits of butter, like that, and put them all over the top of the pie. Boop. Just like so. This makes for a delicious pie. I mean, if you forget this step, the pie will probably be okay, but it's a thing. There we go. Oh, we can probably put more on there. A little around the edges. Let's see, the recipe says 1 1/3 tablespoons of butter. So again, I'm estimating. If you haven't done this before, you might want to measure your butter out and then make it into dots. But I'm just kind of estimating, and that's okay. Because the thing about a pie is, even if you really mess it up, it's still probably going to taste good. Especially if you cover it with vanilla ice cream. So, pie has now been dotted with butter. We can put that aside. Okay, so now you see I carefully folded the crust in half. This makes it very easy to transfer to the top of the pie. And now look how pretty we'll have these little heart-shaped windows to see the pie. Now I'm going to press the crust. I need a fork. Can I reach? Let's see if I can reach the forks. Hey, I can reach the forks. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and press the crust like so. So it'll seal the edges and also make kind of a pretty design. This is probably the easiest way to make a pretty design on your pie. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the side of the knife, not the edge, but the side, and I don't know if you can see, if you press down against the edges of the pie plate, it'll take off the excess crust, like so, without pulling on the crust that is over the pie, which you don't want to tug on it at this point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this crust a cinnamon sugar crust. So we're going to take a little milk, and we're going to brush the top of the crust with milk. You can also brush it with whipped egg or melted butter. But the idea just being you just need a little bit of moisture, and depending on what you use, the melted butter will give you a browner crust. The Beaten egg white will give you a shiny crust, so it depends what you want for your pie. Okay, so we brushed it with milk, and now we're going to sprinkle the whole top with cinnamon sugar. And then, okay, watch this. Can you guys see these little thingies over here? I'm about to make a mess on my countertop, but I don't care. We are going to brush these with milk. Like so. And then we're going to sprinkle these with red decorating sugar. You see what I'm doing here? Like tiny little sugar cookies on top of my pie. What we're going to do is just pick them up like that and just press them in gently right there on the pie. Isn't that cute? I had this idea. I was so excited about it. I think that's going to look adorable. Little Valentine's pie for my cousin Abe. Oh, the sugar's melting. No. Right there. How adorbs, right? Okay, this pie is ready to go in the oven. If you give me just a minute, I'm going to stick this pie in the oven. I'm going to stick this crust in the fridge in a baggie. And then I'm going to come back and play some Minecraft while the pie is cooking, alright? So give me just a minute. Okay, so Minecraft. What I wanted to show off to start with was I have a Minecraft realm, and this is I did it for a few months, and then I switched over to a completely new world because I kind of wanted to start over. But I thought it would be fun to go back and take a look at the old world. So we'll do kind of a little tour, as it were. So we're going to start here in Gooseyville. Lovely savannah area. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, look, right in time for the sunrise. The majestic Enderman on the horizon. Oh, so majestic. Okay, so I'm just going to go around. I'm going to start with some, oh, hello. Start with some of my own stuff. Is there sound? Can you guys hear sound? Is there sound coming from this? Oh, I muted my computer, that's why. To try to avoid the echo, but it apparently didn't make a difference. Alrighty. Okay, now I can hear it. So, hello spider. Nope, I'm in creative mode because I didn't want to bother, because this is just a tour. So, Gooseyville. It's a happy place, guarded by several iron golems. They do their job well. So, we're going to go over here. I'm not going to bother carrying the sword. Ah! Hole. To my home, away from home in the savannah. I'm actually pretty proud of this build. I had a lot of fun inventing it. Very brightly colored. I call it my citrus house. Because it... Oh! Ah, there's lag. That's fun. Lovely orange wood and yellow glass and green carpets. Yes. And my bed went there. That's why the little curtains I made with the banners. So this was the main living area. Of course, I spent almost no time there. And in here is the workshop. Of course, my bed is in there. And down here is my magnificent storeroom, enchanting room, furnaces, yada yada yada. So, and my mines down there, which are extensive. But I'm not just going to show off, you know, what I did, because there were other people on my realm, and they built some fantastic stuff too. So now we're going to take a trip to the spawn area, which is where most of the building happened. And I can show off what everybody else built. And if you built something, yay! Goosey's new house, Gooseyville. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you guys remember I was talking about Dungeons and Dragons earlier and how my character is a human cleric? Well, the goddess that she follows is the goddess e02. And that's her symbol. So I was bored, and so I built a temple to e02, to kind of an in-character build for my Dungeons and Dragons character. I had a lot of fun designing this. I built it all in. So my rule when I'm in the realms is I can be in creative mode to like build stuff for the realm or to help the people who the other people who play on it. But if I'm playing, I need to do it in survival. So I did this all in survival mode. And I'm very proud of this stained glass ceiling. That was awesome. And so here's the lovely temple of e02 with its growing circles. And I thought about building something in the middle here, but it just seemed so like superfluous. So I just left it open, big open meditation space. Oh, thanks for watching, John Boy Jim Bob. Really awesome to get people that I didn't invite personally to come watch my stream. I'm so excited. So we'll fly up so you can get a view of the floor that I did. I'm obsessed with circles in Minecraft because everything is blocks. And if I can make round things with square things, I don't know, that just kind of tickles me. If I can walk through doors, that tickles me too. So yeah, I spent ages, digging cobblestone and putting it in the furnace to make stone, and then to make stone bricks and slabs and yada yada yada. So it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. I'm very pleased with the result. All right, to the nether. Excuse me. Remember to take a decongestion or something next time I do a stream. Savannah Sands, that's what I named that area. I'm gonna get a minecart, go for a little ride. Boop. Okay, I've been watching a lot of Vintage Beef's videos lately, and he does that when he places something, he'll say boop, which I think he got from Kurt J. Mack in turn. So anyway, it's really addictive. Anyway, that's why I'm saying boop. Those guys play Minecraft with the Minecraft network, which I'm not a part of, but gosh, someday I think it would be really nifty if I could. So Savannah Sands, Pondy Plains with the Megafort Mountain. Let's check out the Megafort Mountain. Talking Dog spent a lot of time on that thing, and I gotta show it off. Let's go take a look. Ooh, we ended up where? Talking Dog, where am I? Cool. Oh, I think we're under the castle, yes. So let's go up the stairs. Whoa. How much stone did you use? Oh, let's see. That's the unfinished lower stuff. That's what he says. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at that view, black glass, very nice. Is this the front area? Is there door? No, no doors. Wow. So huge. Stephanie, is this the way we came? I'm gonna get lost so fast in this thing. Oh, towers. Yes, I love towers. Let's go up the tower. I said, let's go up the tower. Very tall tower. Whoa, nice. You can see out and down, but not fall out. Very good for the archers. Sweet. Ooh, a door. Ooh. Ooh. I know how to stairs. Oh, that's fantastic. Sorry, I'm more interested in the view. Here is the... Oh, there we go. Look at those towers. Good heavens. He took this entire mountain and turned it into a giant castle fort thingy. What is this? Ooh. Mysteriousness. Didn't see a door, though. Let's go over here. Try to find a way down. Okay, here's a door. Let's see what's behind door number 3. I just saw... Oh, okay, that's the place we were looking into. Great. Enchanting. It's enchanting. How do I get downstairs? Let's try this door. Oh, that leads to... Oh, that's where I just was. Oh, maybe I'll ride this thing. Boop. There, I did it again. Boop. Whoa! Whoa! Holy cow. Ladder to nowhere. Wait, where am I now? Did that cart just literally take me nowhere? She says jump. I could jump if I wanted to. I'm in creative mode. So let's go ahead and fly. Yep, that ladder leads to absolutely nowhere. Okay, we're flying now. Whee! How do I get out of here? Okay, well let's just... We saw the fort. It's awesome. Let's go look at some other stuff. Oh, so laggy. Okay, what's next? Rocky Ravine. And the Nether Fort, that way. Well, we're not going to go that way. We say the end, we all got together one day, and instead of playing Dungeons and Dragons, we just played dragons. We got all geared up, and we went and defeated the dragon, and that was a lot of fun. So, and then Intertidal Islands, this is where my Spleef Court is. I'm pretty proud of this. This is my first foray into command block programming. It's super simple, so I'm not, like, bragging or anything. I'm just saying, this is the thing I did, and I'm a noob. My spinach puffs. That's one of my that's my favorite. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but now I love it in movies. I thought it was gonna be dumb. I saw the trailer and I was like, no, what is this? But it's honestly one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. You know, it's incredibly quotable. It's not dumb. Well, I mean, it's dumb, but like in the smart way. You know what I mean? Why? That's on fire. Oh, the lava was on fire. Alrighty. This is... Whoops. My Spleef Court. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Very basic. I'm pretty proud of it. Press this button to reset the arena. Put your stuff in this chest for safekeeping. Okay. Press this button to play. So, like, naked command blocks there. Let's see if it still works. Boop. So, you see what I give the players, and it teleports them here, is some shears, so you can quickly... Oh, I'm in creative mode. Game mode. Whoops. 0. Oh, I don't... Somehow I downloaded the world and didn't put cheats on it, so I'm stuck in creative mode. Sorry. But the idea being so that you can quickly cut down blocks, the wool blocks, because I figured those are easy. And then also, you get a flint and steel, so you can set wool on fire and corner your opponents that way. And then if you have a water bucket, of course, you know, you can put out the fire for yourself. So we can... No, I didn't want water. It's too much water. I need an empty bucket. So when you're in creative mode, the bucket stays full. It sounds like a advertisement. Creative mode, where your bucket stays full. Get rid of all the water. I want to show you guys what happens with a ravaged court. Be on fire. Jump! Ah. You know, of course, the wool is hard to put out, especially with this much, and so it's going to spread and gradually destroy the court. Everybody does it. And then if your block disappears... Oh no! So you land in the water. There's the court. We're going to hop up right here. Go up the ladder. Gosh, I'm sorry about the lag. That has to be because I'm streaming at the same time, right? Someday I'll have beefy computer. Reset. Boom! Ta-da! Brand new wool. So I'm pretty proud of that basic programming job of mine. And, oh, this is the island of the cyan sheep. Wah! Apparently I wasn't flying. Fly! Okay. The swimming cyan sheep. Say that 5 times fast. Swimming cyan sheep, swimming cyan sheep, swimming cyan sheep, swimming cyan sheep, swimming cyan sheep. I don't know why they're all swimming. I spawned them all and they all just decided to go swimming. So anyway, so this is my, you know, attempt at a backstory at the unlimited supply of cyan wool. And yeah, there's another group of swimming sheep in the court. So... So this nether hub is one of the things I built in creative mode for the server, so that if people wanted to explore and just have some quick options on how to get around, you know. Fish sheep, yes. Okay, I'm looking at the timer. There's about 16 minutes left before I need to check the pie, so we got plenty of time. Okay, so let's go to spawn. Here we are, a little spawn house. Doo-doo-doo. See out the window here. At the stuff still loading. Let's go up to the roof. Alright. Here we have Talking Dog's first place. Let's go down and look at that first. Ah! I think this is such a cute little setup. He's got, look at the sun, he's got his horsey and all the little sunflowers around the hedges. That's just adorable. I love it. Oh, the bunnies. There's your bunnies, Talking Dog. Hi, bunnies. And here's his favorite horse. You can tell it's the favorite because it has the pretty gold armor. Little farm. Little inside. Just a cute little house. And I think... Yep, he has these lights on, and I think he has those with a... oh, what do you call it? A light sensor timer. So his lights automatically turn on at night, which is nifty. Here's the doggies. Hi, doggies. And the bedroom. Whoops. Lag. Don't like the lag. And then in the backyard, we have cows. Hello. Cows and a spider who looks stuck. Allow me to assist you. That is a stuck spider. Poor thing. Okay. All his cows. And then over here is the road that Red Sang was building. And it leads to the actual 00. So we'll look at that after we finish looking at the stuff near spawn. Now this, you may be wondering, oh gosh. Load. What is that giant blue thing over there? I built that, she said proudly. I grew a lot of blue wool and built a giant R. That is the logo for rinkworks.com. So kind of an homage to my friends over there. So that's pretty cool looking, I think, on the horizon. Over here is some cat bones or dinosaur bones built into the side of the hill. I don't know who did that, but I think it looks amazing. Then let's start over here. Over here is Tisha's place, Tishalicious, and she made just this gorgeous piano-shaped garden with all the flowers, and I think it's very pretty, and I love her checkered floor over here. And whoop. And then Rose built this fabulous hedged stairway and this little boxy house. It looks like it's made out of candy with the granite and everything. I think it's cute. Not mention it, but I like the stairway back here. Oh yeah, she has a glass balcony here. Look with that overlook. Whoa, it's a cool design. Somebody else's little block of a house, not even with a ceiling on it. I don't know whose that is. The goose went over the mountain, the goose went over the mountain, the goose went over the mountain to see what she could see. Oh, that's your box? That was Ceci's box. It was a cute box with no ceiling. Over here is tin cans stuff. And gosh, lag would stop. He built all these faces in the mountain. You see the face? And there's another face. These totem faces with the water coming out of their mouths went up there too. It's totally awesome. I think he built one on this side as well. Yep. Giant face there spewing out the waterfall. I think it's lovely. Somebody, I don't know who, I think it was Rose, maybe, made a hedge smiley face right above spawn. Still don't know why, but it's cool. And then over here, I'll just briefly, oh, there's Tin Can's tower. That's where he started out. Looks great. And then over here, here's my lily pond. I just wanted kind of like a park-like area near my house. And then here's my first house, which I like. Oh, and all my blue sheep. That's how I built that R. Goosey's house. And so you can see my obsession with curves again, my round rooms. This was going to be the main storage room. And then down here, wait, down there is mining. Oh, down here was going to be like more the living areas. Paintings, the bedroom up here on this risen area. So, I don't know, it was cute. I got bored. That's why I went to go build the second house in the savannah. So now, Ceci says, some folks see a blank canvas and think of all the awesome stuff. Whoa! It just automatically scrolled up and I suddenly couldn't read anything. Awesome stuff they can put on it. I see and think, hey, that sure is a blank canvas. back over here to the road and follow that to 0, 0. Load chunks. Am I going the right way? Yes. Okay. As I know there's more builds at 0, 0, so that's why I'm headed that direction. We'll go ahead and run along the road here. Where I'm obsessed with circles, Red Sang is obsessed with roads, an intersection at 0, 0 with roads in the cardinal directions. That's his thing, his default build. But you know what, it's helpful because then at least you know it's a good way to tell where you are, really. So off in the 4 directions, and then, no, which way? Oh, up there. Oh, lovely hedge trees. I haven't seen those before. That's nice. Now up here is Darren's build. Darren Man is a friend of Red Sang's. And this looks different again. He must have built like 3 different houses, changing his mind every stairs going to nowhere. I don't know. And here's a lovely glassed-in garden. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, I remember this part. Watch, watch. See that pressure plate? Lonely little enchantment table? Boom! Bookshelves! Isn't that fun? I want to, like, build a room where they come in from the top as well. You know? And so then you get, like, all of them. But let's see. You can get up to... I guess you can't... Can I enchant a bucket? No. I was going to find out how many levels, but oh well. And then they disappear again. It's very clever. Very clever. And then over here is Red Sang's place. He hasn't gotten fancy with his house yet. He's very well, like I said, he was building the roads, and he's one of those guys that does a lot of establishing before he really gets to building. He'll collect a ton of resources first. So you see he's got his fantastic farm going here. All of the cows, like all of them. Oh, yep, one named Yosemite Sam. He complained there were no cows in the area, so I put several with names on them scattered about for him to find, and he found Yosemite Sam. So here's his little minimalist, functional... the grass was my idea, that was a prank. Tiny, tiny little prank. So, that's it on this server, I think. I don't think I remember any major builds. Oh well. Yeah, Ceci, come back and play. Ceci is part of my current realm, but she doesn't come on and play very often. And she should. So, okay, so I guess that's all I have to show you from the old realm. You can see it's a group of very creative people, many different styles. It's really fantastic. So let's go to the current realm. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So we got about 5 more minutes before I need to check the pie. And it might not even be done yet. I'm just going to check it. Okay, here is my house. My little enchanting room. Here is my fantastic storage room with my cocoa beans growing on the ceiling. Let's go outside. Sorry if I made you dizzy just there. Got my jungle trees. I had to travel so far to find jungle trees on this map. I thought there maybe weren't any jungles. But then I found... Okay, let me find the... What's it called? Okay, I'll put the link in the description. But it's a biome finder. And what it does is... You put in the seed of your map, and it gives you like a top-down view of all the biomes, and then the coordinates where they're at, which is, I mean, some people, some hardcore vanilla players might assume that's cheating, but I mean, if you're just looking for a resource, or even if you're playing creative and want to find a place to build, it's just an excellent resource. I was able to find where a jungle was and then go travel there instead of just spending weeks traversing the map. Here's some dark oak that I carved up to look fancy. Oh yeah, so this is my house. I like my Rambler style house. My little road. My view is so lovely. I have a thing for savannas. I think they're savannas and mega taiga are my two favorite biomes. There's my farm and my cows and my sheep and my walkways. Okay, I have to remember that I'm playing in survival at this one and not go jumping off cliffs, because I'll regret it. I gotta remember to get some water when that timer goes off, because I've been talking for a while and my mouth is very dry. Let's fill up that carrot. Boop, boop. Alright, now I did put in cardinal roads as part of getting the server set up. I put in a spawn and cardinal roads and a warp hub and a nether hub just to start, and then the rest is unexplored. So we're gonna take a run and go see some of the other things that people have done or are doing. And I don't know where all of them are. This has only been up since the beginning of the year, and not a whole lot has been done on it except for me, because apparently I'm obsessed. Okay, my mind suddenly went blank. Help, what should I talk about? Well, I can talk about the reason I decided to do a realm is, for one thing, I don't have the, equipment to run an actual server or the know-how. I'm, in some ways, I'm not a total noob when it comes to computers, but I don't know how to do anything fancy, or at least not right off. Good heavens! Come to me, I want your ender pearl. Don't walk away. Whoa! Yay, ender pearl! Woohoo! That's what you get for scaring me. Bones, arrows, yay! Oh, better eat a steak. I gotta watch out, because I don't know what's wrong with this desert, but creepers will spawn here in the middle of the day, in which I don't think should happen, but Okay, can still hear me? Great. Can you see me? Hello. Gonna get our oven mitts and something to put the hot pie on. We're gonna get this pie out of the oven. Ta-da! What do you think? Is it pretty? It's still bubbling and boiling in there. So we're just going to let that cool. Try not to burn ourselves upon it. So there we go. We can see that the crust is crispy. I don't know if you can hear that. We'll get right down next to it. Now this is a glass pie, so we can carefully check the bottom, see if the crust is done. Oh, it looks like it broke up a lot, actually. Wow. Maybe I should put it in for 10 more minutes. I think I'm going to do that, actually. I really want to make sure the bottom of the crust is done, because you do not want raw pastry on your pie. Let's turn the oven back on. that in for a few more minutes. Do a little bit more Minecraft while we're waiting. I'm not going to bother moving it too much at this point. Oh, I turned it off. Why did I do that? Oh, right, I needed water. I'm all dehydrated. Good heavens, have I really been casting for almost 2 hours? Woo! I guess it took that long to cut up all the pears. Maybe I should rethink my real-time cooking thing and do a little more prep beforehand. I don't know. If you're gonna bake a pie, it says, you know, peel and pare enough pears for the pie. But, like, how long does that take? People ought to know it takes like an hour, unless you have one of those awesome machiny thingies. So, let's go ahead and play a little bit more. Traveling through the desert. I might have, oh, it's nighttime. Oh no. That's okay. We don't need the sunshine. Warning, high encoding. That's what it said. Now, do you guys think, I need your opinion on this, honestly. Do you think it's a good idea to do these as live streams because it can be kind of long? Or, you know, should I do it, like, recorded on my own and do it as regular episodes? I'm not really sure what the best idea would be for this, doing this long term. Alright, here is going to be my villager castle. I'm building this large, it's not going to like really be a castle, but I'm going to put a whole town in here and then fill it full of villagers. Here's a, whoa, creepy noises. Live streams are fun because they're interactive. Yeah, that's true. This time has been a lot more fun with the interaction as opposed to my first one with only IOPG was, oh, the mobs, run! Was watching, and so I was just kind of like rambling on, trying to think of stuff to talk about. But even so, I think maybe I should divide it up into quote-unquote episodes so that I can, you know, instead of having one big long recording, maybe I can, you know, or when I release it on YouTube, instead of doing a 2-hour episode, I could do like part 1, part 2, that kind of thing, so that people don't feel obligated to watch it all in one big gigantic chunk. Okay, and here is Spawn, which I designed and I built and I'm very proud of. Those vines finally reached all the way to the bottom. Here's my bridge design, which I think it looks, I put the sea lanterns at the bottom of the pillars, so you can see the contour of the ocean floor even at night. It's kind of fun. What are you oohing about? Have you not been on here to play yet? So, okay, it's a little more command blockiness that I made for myself. Up to spawn, just boop, jumps you right up here on top, and there's the road we just came from. So this leads to roads in all the directions. Yeah, let's see if you can see it in the corner. When it loads, there's the southwest road. The diagonal roads start a little bit farther out, but the cardinal directions start right there at the base. You haven't seen all... Well, Ceci, get on and play. Okay, so let me show you... Since you're on my realm, let me show you some nifty features. Down here, we have the Warp Hub. And what you do is you warp down here. Let's get these out of the way. And I have all these little rooms set up with command blocks so that if you want to set a warp point, like if you want to warp between spawn and your house or the place you mine, or you decided to build somewhere else, you can step on this button, boop, and get, I gotta stop saying boop, it's addictive, and you get a book and quill. And you can write in here, you say, my home. And then you can put in your coordinates, say -300, 125, 135, positive 800, because that's where you built. And then you'll sign it, Goosey, and then boop, throw it in the hopper. Now I will come and check this periodically and say, oh look, somebody left me a book, and I'll check it and make note of the coordinates, and then we'll come like I've done here. Here's mine. You, if you want your own, you'll have a sign above the door. And I have 2 warps already, home base and that villager castle, which we have already seen. So I can just go like this, boop, and there I am at my home, da-da-da-da. And then this button will take me back to spawn, back to the warp. You know, some of those words, what did I say that was confusing? Because I want you to understand, I want to be helpful, I want you to like playing on my realm. There's back to spawn, like so. And then up here, well, you can climb up this gorgeous spiral staircase that I made, or you can just step on this and warp up to the Nether Hub, which also has a warp back to spawn. And up there is where you start when you first get here, or if you die. So we're going to go into the Nether, and I'll show you my new Nether Hub. She says, I just haven't played enough to know what all this is and does, but it looks great. Well, the only way you're going to learn is by playing, and I can answer just about any question you have, and if I can't answer it, Talking Dog can. Okay, so this time, instead of only having 4 directions, I've covered all 8. And each of them has like a different color or a theme. So there's, I designed the ones at the end of the, well, let's see, which one should I show you? Show you this one? No. Gotta decide which one to show you because I don't want to ride like all of these. Maybe, oh, hello little magma cube. This one, alright. Let's go for, oh, there's not a minecart there. We'll pick one that has a minecart. So here we go. Now again, I did build this all in creative because I just wanted to get it going. Okay, yeah. So I built these little rooms to mimic the place that they come out at. So like here, you can expect to be on a sand island with some water, with some hills in the background. Which, I think the pie is done, so I'm going to take it out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's take out the pie. Yes, shut up, oven. Okay, the crust is now, the edge is now maybe a tad overdone, but it's not burnt. I'm gonna die in the nether because I'm not paying attention. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, disconnected. Whew. That was dumb. Okay, but there is the finished pie. And so we're just going to let that cool. Ta-da! While I finish showing you what I was showing, and then we'll close the stream for tonight, and I can finally stop talking. Okay, here we go. Back to the realm. Okay, yeah. So with you know, that's the islands in the distance. So let's go through and see. Yep, here we go. Little sand island in the water with, look, some stone mountains in the distance. So I don't know. I had a lot of fun designing those rooms. So if you're part of my realm, you can go check them all out, and I had fun building them. And that's, I guess that'll be it for today. That's a 2-hour live stream. I'll probably divide it up in episodes for the YouTube. So, you know, you don't have to sit down one long slog. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. I hope you had fun. I hope it was educational. And remember, I posted the recipe on the Facebook page, so if you want to try this for yourself, you are welcome. Let me know how it turns out. And I need a sign-off catchphrase that I can remember to say every time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whoa. Bye-bye.